Hi, I'm Charu Sharma. I founded a few companies in Silicon Valley. I invest in startups and I mentor founders around the world. So, in this series, I'm going to answer the most commonly asked questions from founders. How to get your company acquired? There are three kinds of acquisitions in the tech space. The most meaningful of all is when an acquirer acquires another company for its revenue, its clients, its user base. So, it's really acquiring it for the traction. So, an example would be Facebook acquiring Instagram for, I think, $1 billion. Another example is Microsoft acquiring LinkedIn for over $26 billion. The second kind is this acquisition for the IP and the tech. For example, Twitter acquiring Crashlytics for I think over $100 million. So then it could be a part of Twitter and make Twitter even more robust technologically or otherwise. LinkedIn acquiring Pulse for over $90 million for the technology that it had, which really made LinkedIn's feed very robust and just skyrocketed the revenue LinkedIn got from sponsored ads. The third kind is acqui-hire, where companies acquire early stage startups that are basically failing but looking for a soft landing, and the acquisition happens primarily for the talent. So let's say the founder has spent a ton of time, researching a specific problem that a big company wants to productize. Then instead of going out and hiring someone who has more generic career experience, they are willing to pay a premium for a team that has already tried to build a product in that space and understands the challenges of that space way more deeply. Acqui-hire generally happens for engineers, and sometimes the CEO will just come in and be the product person if they're not an engineer. Because hiring engineers is so expensive in places like Silicon Valley, sometimes companies are willing to pay a premium if they can also just hire a bunch of engineers who already work well together by calling it an acqui-hire. Until a couple years ago, acqui-hires would pay a lot. Generally, companies would pay between $1 and $2 million per engineer. It's not so common anymore. These days, most companies will basically just pay regular salaries, but they will just call it an acqui-hire. So the startups, just feel good about it. They somehow have a soft landing. To get acquired, they start to build a network in your space with strategic companies who could potentially acquire you. Although I recommend that in that relationship, try to really just learn from them, right? Because hopefully you don't have to get acquired, because most companies, when they get acquired, basically means that they were failing and someone just came and saved the day for them. Your goal in building this network with strategic companies in your space should be to just get to know them, to learn from them, maybe have partnerships with them. The second thing you can do is really just build a good business. If you build a good business and the market is coming to you, the acquirers will also come to you. If you know that you're not going to make it as a company, and if you just absolutely want to get acquired, let's say if you want to get acquired by Twitter, maybe sell your product to Twitter. Let them use it. Let them fall in love with your product and your team. And then you can start the conversation with corporate development around an acquisition. I hope that gives you a high-level general overview of how acquisitions work. But if you have more specific questions, or if I can help in any way, go ahead and comment below. I hope this was helpful. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. And if you have other questions, go ahead and comment below, and I'll be sure to respond. Ciao!